I am really worried about Christopher.
I tried to reach for the stars, but I'm done for if I don't get this done.
Bit of rice wine. One of my mom's go-to dishes is cabbage rolls. My cabbage rolls are gonna be very close to my mother's. Hey, Chef.
Andrew.
How are you?
I saw you jumping with joy when you got the cabbage.
Yes, Chef.
Why is that?
Because I love cabbage, and there's so many versatile applications for it that I'm gonna try to showcase today.
Tell me the 3 applications you're gonna use.
I'm gonna make, from my country, the cabbage roll that I'm doing with, instead of rice in the center, I'm actually shredding cabbage, mixing it with ground lamb, allspice, cinnamon, and a little bit of garlic, obviously. Second dish is a curried cabbage pakora with mint raita and red cabbage chutney.
No, I love Indian cuisine.
Absolutely.
So I want to see the spices.
Yes, Chef.
So what's your last one?
Yes, the last dish is going to be choucroute garni, which is a dish that came from Germany to France in the 17th century.
Yes.
It has wonderful pork ingredients and some sauerkraut in there.
Sauerkraut should be the star of the dish. So I hope I'm not seeing a bunch of pork under some, fried cabbage,
No,
okay?
Chef.
First 3% finale ever.
Yes, Chef.
Who do you want not to be in it?
I want Chris out right now. I love the guy to death, but he's too scary for me. I don't want him in.
Okay, work hard.
Thank you.
Beets have a really strong earthy flavor, and so sometimes it's hard to pair flavors with them. But tonight's cook is gonna take every trick I've got left in the bag if I want to make it to the finale. I'm gonna be doing a beet palate cleanser, which is a beet pomegranate sorbet with some ginger foam, charred corn, and just a little splash of balsamic. My second dish is gonna be a beet gratin served with a onion and pine nut emulsion. And my last dish is beet salad with salt roasted beets with smoked duck breast, goat cheese, and some sherry vinaigrette. Salt roasting beets usually takes at least an hour, so I gotta move super fast because I've only got 75 minutes. I'm starting to feel like I might be overstretching today. Oh my gosh, I think I've got at least 10 more things to do.
Okay, where am I at?
What am I doing?
30 minutes left! 30 minutes!
Holy smokes, I'm making a lot today.
Andrew and Christopher never made it to the finale during their season, but they're no underdogs, let me tell you.
In my choucroute garni, I'm making a quick sauerkraut by adding caraway seeds and adding a lot of vinegar and sautéing the cabbage so that I'm emulating the flavor of a sauerkraut.
So the thing about cabbage, it takes a long time to soften. If you can pull it off, I would be very, very impressed.
I have luncheon meat. Sometimes traditionally, this beautiful French dish even has hot dogs in it.
Andrew's making a sauerkraut dish with canned luncheon meat.
Canned luncheon meat?
I know that's traditional, but is Andrew's dish gonna be MasterChef quality?
I've been in the top so many challenges this season that if I come in last now, it would be a disgrace. Cabbage, 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 that's all I got.
10 minutes, only 10 more minutes left. Come on, get going, 10 more minutes.
Okay, that's super.
I'm trying to make sure that everything is in front of me so I can just get it all on the plate.
It looks like Chris has taken out his roasted beets and about to unwrap them to see if they're done.
I check on my salt-baked beets, and they're still not ready. If I don't get these beets cooked, I'm going home for sure, because that's the whole star of my dish.
I am really worried about Christopher.
I tried to reach for the stars, but I'm done for if I don't get this done.
1 minute. Come on, get in there. Guys. Get it on the plate. One more minute, last minute.
Don't cut your finger.
Get everything in there. Make the humble shine. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
I'm so nervous. I think this is possibly the worst plating that I've presented all season.
Christopher, please bring up your beet dishes.
The first beet preparation is a palate cleanser. This is a beet and pomegranate sorbet. The second preparation is a classic salt-roasted beet salad with a little bit of smoked duck breast and a beet au gratin. And on the side, there's just a pine nut emulsion.
Let's take a look at the duck dish. I think the plate could have been a little larger. Would you agree?
I agree, Chef. I ran out of time for plating all of my dishes. I started plating when there was only 5 minutes left.
Are you happy with the cook on the duck?
Yes, Chef.
I think that looks very nice. The roasted beets shine through, and that's what you've achieved here in all its glory. Then you have this duck. I love that little hint of smoke. And then you get that goat cheese that has a wonderful creamy finish, but just a touch of acidity that livens up things. This could be the first dish that tastes better than it looks. Very nicely done.
Thank you, Chef.
This looks beautiful. You got a lot of techniques here. What is this? You roast the beetroot, you made it thin, right?
Scalloped.
Scalloped beetroot, so you sliced it very, very, very thin, and then you cooked it, right?
Yes.
Good idea. What excited me was the scallop of beetroot.
Yeah.
And that worked very well. It's got very unique textures. The pickled beetroot, could have used a bit more of it, okay? This sauce with the pine nut, it's also quite interesting. Give it a bit of richness. I like it. You have a lot of things coming together, but maybe just slightly a bit too much. Sometimes less can be more.
Yes, Chef.
This is your palate cleanser?
Yes, Chef. So this is a beet and pomegranate sorbet. It has a ginger foam and a bit of charred corn and just a splash of balsamic at the base.
There's a lot of components happening here, and it's very ambitious. The beet sorbet is very punchy, it's very clean. I like the flavor of the corn, I just don't like the texture. I have to be honest. Ginger foam, cream, beets, this dish confuses me a little bit. It seems like you have too many ideas floating around in your mind. I think when you're trying to innovate, not everyone's gonna get what you're doing. I do like where you were going with this. Sometimes you're ahead of your time.
I definitely overthought my concepts, and I'm disappointed that I might not make it to the finale.
Andrew, please bring your dishes up to the front.
I've worked so hard this entire time, pushing myself to new levels, and I just want to make it to the end. This is a lamb cabbage roll with tomato sauce and creme fraiche. I have a cabbage and curry pakora with mint raita and red cabbage chutney. Last, a choucroute garni, served with luncheon meat.
Well, I'm going to start off by trying your cabbage rolls. I'm anxious to tuck in and taste all those great flavors. The flavors are a little more subtle than I had anticipated. I was hoping for a little bit more of the allspice and those wonderful warm aromatics that I would associate with this dish. It's cooked really nicely. The tomato sauce is flavorful, but it's just the spice mix that I feel is MIA.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try the cabbage pakoras. Nice crunch. Wow, beautiful filling. I love this dish. I really do. I think that it captures the humble cabbage in such an elegant way. It's so crispy. I love the combination of the raita, the coriander. It's a solid dish.
Thank you, Chef.
All right, charcuterie garni. Presentation-wise, I think you could have elevated the presentation. It just looks rustic. Let's focus on the flavor. You know, I don't care if you use luncheon meat, it's tasty. Your biggest problem is when this luncheon meat becomes kind of the star of the dish, there's a big problem with that dish.
Yes, Chef.
The cabbage, it's undercooked. You know, you're not getting the softness. The sauerkraut, which should be with the star of the dish, not getting the rest of the spices.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Have you honored the cabbage? That is the question. Please go back to your station.
Thank you.
Each of you created 3 dishes in just an hour and 15 minutes. There were some big hits and also some misses.
Deciding between the 4 of you has not been easy. You are all exceptional cooks.
But sadly, we're forced to say goodbye to one of you. Andrew, we're sorry.
Wow.
You will not be going to the finale.
Andrew, I know this is heartbreaking, but I hope you understand how much you've impressed us during this competition. Years of experience you've had running your own restaurant brought you back here brimming with confidence and a very deep reservoir of culinary skills. It is ironic that today, for the very first time this season, you faltered. We're disappointed that we won't get a chance to taste your delicious dishes in the finale.
I'm very proud of what I've done. I appreciate the opportunity. Just wish everybody great luck and knock it home in the finale.